Welcome in, Tamers. We are back with some more matches. It's been a while, but we are here. We're seeing WarGreymon up against Gracenovamon, and we're actually gonna see a pretty interesting match here. We see Greymon kick it off with the Tychimere, and then of course Gracenova just passing back like it does, with a Lunamon in the back and a Firemon on board, getting that search out, only passing one memory back across. But then we're seeing the Greymon have to drop a Metal Greymon for 7. That's gonna actually crack back real hard from Gracenova, I feel. We're gonna see the Blue Tamer drop into the Firemon, evolve of course, after bouncing it back with the Lucus, not the Lucus, sorry, the Lunamon. Searching out 2 pieces. What do we want to see here, maybe? We can degenerate, get another search off maybe if we so wish. No, we're just going to see straight into the big boy, the level 5. I can't remember his name. I'm going to call it another Firemon. There we go. We're on 0 memory right now, and then we're just going to pass with 4 into Apollomon, and we're going to see 2 checks happen with the Apollo. Delete the Metal Greymon as it goes. And of course, thanks to the red sources, making it so that Apollomon is larger than a 12k in the back. 3 cost into the broken Greymon X in the back, but then unfortunately we don't have much else, so instead of using that Agu X, we're going to drop it on the board and get a search. I don't know whether the Greymon player here, of course, had the Agu X in hand beforehand, but here we are, it is what it is. Passing over 2 memory, of course, back to Gracenova. Going to swing with the Apollo, get 2 checks once again, deleting the Agu X on the first check. Well, yeah, what are we going to see here? There's no point in degenerating, because you're not going to be able to swing again at this point. Oh, you are going to degenerate, okay. Gain 2 memory. Sunmon is going to make it for a reduced cost as well, into Diana. Cool. Diana will still be suspended, so you can't really check or swing or do anything. Should stun the tie though, if I remember correctly. And then you're just going to see a blue memory boost come down, and we're going to take the Zudamon Ace for whatever reason, I guess. But I mean, I can't fault it. And then we're going to do Blue Tamer into Gracenova. Tap in Sire and Co, of course, to gain back that 1 memory. Choking the opponent onto 1 once again with the broken Greymon in the back, Greymon X Anti. We're going to see a raise. We're going to see a evolve into Metal Greymon for 1. That whole sort of shtick for Greymon. It is quite unfortunate for the Greymon player here. Not too sure where we go. I think we're going to see the Metal Greymon come down for 0, essentially. Yeah, of course. But then where'd you go from here? Do you go Metal Grey X? Oh, we've got the Alterius in hand, but we do also have Metal Grey X in hand. I feel like we go Alterius into Metal Grey X. That would be my sort of play here, because Alterius counts as Metal Greymon, I do believe. If it is the correct one, all of this could go out the window if it's not even the right Alterius. So we get the Alterius effect. Nothing's going to really happen. We're gonna slide the X Anti, but then we're not gonna do anything on it. Oh, surely we just straight evolve into X here, right? We don't swing first. Yeah, of course. Very nice. Cool. So we do gain the Sec Plus and the 3k, so that's not bad. We've got many DPs as well. The dice are coming out. If only they had some of my amazing markers from Conquest Collectibles. Links in the description. It would have been a lot easier to remember, wouldn't it? So right now, this WarGreymon is at plus 7,000, plus Sec plus 1, but we're not going to be able to. We're not going to be swinging by the looks of, apparently. I thought that was the one that could. Oh no, that's not the one that can swing when it evolves. Of course, it's not. I'm going to pop the blue memory boost. It does have blocker, of course, thanks to the tie. We're going to make it so that WarGreymon can't suspend, and then it's just going to swing for game. Yeah, of course. Of course. Right, on to game 2. Are you a TCG player? Do you have problems keeping track of the additional power that your units have gained during the card game. Now, do I have a solution for you? I took this idea from Card Protagonist, and seeing in his Vanguard videos, he had those nice little block things above his units. And I thought I'd kind of steal and copy that idea, not gonna lie. And I did some research and I saw that those little block things themselves, you get 2 for £20 over here in the UK. Now, that's so expensive just for a little block that has numbers on it, right? I'm here to propose to you today that I can do this for, you get 3 for £12 here in the UK, £15 elsewhere, plus postage and packaging. Not only that, they're all handmade, all handcrafted, and I'm looking at making custom ones for you and your friends for the card games that you play. Right now we're focusing on Digimon, One Piece, and Cardfight Vanguard, but not only that, we're going to look at expanding to other different card games as well. Links in the description, check it out. We are going to be hopping into Game 2 here. Once again, just the Agumon in the back and the tie on the field. This time instead we're going to see the Gurumon on the side of Gracenova. Of course, Lunamon on the back burner. And then we're just going to see the exact same round 1 start once again. We're going to take the Firemon and the Tamer. Okay. Looks like we're getting set up. Tie's going to give the 1k and blocker to the Agumon, and then we're going to evolve into Greymon. Essentially gaining 1? That should have just been a gain 1. Why did he gain 2? Not sure why that one happened, but we're going to go into Metal Greymon. Oh no, Agumon start of main, of course. Allows you to evolve into a Greymon for 0 cost. The Greymon gains 1 and then the tie gains 1, of course. We're going to see the WarGrey come down for a cost of 2 plus 5 onto that WarGreymon, of course. But then no memory gain from the Lunamon at this point. We are going to see the blue tamer get picked off of the Pheromon. We're going to degenerate and then evolve. Of course, gaining 2 from the Lunamon. But no reduced cost, just into Lucus, and we're going to get some searches. We have all 3 Sirenkos in hand at this point. For 1, we're going to go into Cress. And then, of course, no suspending for the WarGreymon here. I do like that little WarGreymon memory counter they have there, of course. It's quite cute, I must say. Agumon in the back, 2 ties on board, giving an additional +2 to this WarGreymon. And then we're just going to see an Agumon get dropped, do some searching, take a tie on a Greymon. There's the Warping WarGreymon that you need. Good choice. I would have taken the same. Only +2 left on that WarGreymon, so it's a 15k blocker, I do believe. From Gracenova's side here, we can see Chronomon coming down. Both players pretty evenly matched right now, but that could all change as we could see Apollomon come down. Ooh, we're going to see the Degenerate first, though. Hold up. Degenerate into Pheromon, of course, getting the draw off of the Guri for loading a source. Yep, here we go. Okay. We're just going to see the Diana come down for 4, I do believe it is. And we're going to see the Apollo Blitz. I feel like we should see the Apollo Blitz kill the... Oh, okay. Strip all the sources, and then you can't suspend, obviously. Very nice. Unless you gain... I believe unless you gain a source. Or is this not... I don't think this is Sorai, is it? So it is just stunned no matter what here. We do see the Agumon in the back. I mean, here at this point, you have the ability to warp into WarGrey. BT15 WarGrey. Because you have Metal Greymon and Greymon in trash. Oh, okay, we're just gonna go into it like normal. Make it a 0 cost evolution. Oh no, Agu start of turn, sorry, yes, we're gonna gain 2. I've really got to remember that that's a thing. We're then gonna see the Metal Greymon come down into Metal X, of course. So That Greymon on the far side there is now plus 4k plus an additional 2 from the sources. No, sorry, from the ties, of course. Then we're just going to evolve into the WarGrey. WarGrey's effect, of course, can then swing when he evolves. But he is going to raid, I do believe. He's going to raid through. He should, yeah. Play out a tie off of the Greymon's effect. Draw one off of the Koro. I like where this is going. 3 checks as well because of the piercing. Not bad overall. 3 checks? Why was that 3 checks actually? That should have only been... Does WarGreymon give himself an additional check? Yeah, so it does, yeah. Okay, so... We've given 1k blocker to each Greymon, of course. The WarGreymon on his lonesome is, of course, going to be able to suspend. That's interesting. That why would he Goodnight Moon here? Because they can all unsuspend. I'm not too sure what got targeted by Goodnight Moon here. I'm guessing all of the tamers. It's not like we're going to be evolving into another Greymon here anyway, unless we have WarGreymon X in hand anywhere. But looks like we're just assigning the powers from the ties. Look here, of course, one of our newer players down at my locals. Enjoying his time on the Greymon toolbox, of course, I'll tell you that much. We're just going searching. So only a Greymon to hand. Got to bot deck the rest, that is quite unfortunate. We do have 2 blockers on deck thanks to these Taikamias. So if we promote out, what do we, yeah. Gracenova's on 2 here, of course, Chirag on the Gracenova. Gonna promote out Corona, gain 1 because of the tagged Tamer. 2 blockers on field. Cressa's just gonna come down and stun one of the bodies, okay. We're gonna figure out power at some point, I guess. Evolve for 0, gain 3, gain 4 even, because of the Greymon as well. Then, what are we going to do here, I wonder? Do we have an Agu X in hand that we can go with? Or are we just assigning power first? Looks like we're just assigning power. We're giving 1 to the Agumon, then of course we're going into Agu X. Draw, check top 3, taking the Alterius, bot decking the Metal Greymon. Curious as to why that happened. WarGrey gonna swing and raid into Cressa and unsuspend itself. Alterius gonna come down after an evolution into Metal Grey, and it looks like Chirag's just gonna scoop into game 3. Here we go. Back to it again, Luke going first once more. We're just going to see the hard drop of a Greymon on board. That is, of course, the Sec +1 Greymon. Very useful in quite a lot of the red toolbox. Ooh, Chirag side, we're seeing the Blitz Omni go straight to the bottom of the deck and retaliating with his own 4-cost red Tamer. Red training coming down for Luke. Agumon or Agu X, what are you taking? We're going to go for the Agumon. Very nice. We're going to see that Agu get, yep, put into raising straight away. No Agu X double on it, but we're going to see the Greymon swing, and it does unfortunately die. I think here we just see the Yuya come down. I personally would, yeah, I was going to say, I personally would like to see the Yuya come down, simply because Tamer. No reason not to. For a cost of 2, yeah, because he gained 1 for the Corona. I'm remembering how Gracenova works at this time. Not much taken off it. Lucus is gonna not swing. Yeah, he was debating the Lucus swing. Instead we're gonna degenerate off of Corona and evolve the Cressa instead. Oh, we're doing the Egg Tech. Lovely Egg Tech, love that. Of course, getting a 0-cost evolution off of that. Going for 2 into Pheromone once again. But then passing turn, not much else to be done on it, unfortunately. Now we're going to see the Greymon come down onto the stack and Metal Greymon for 3. Where do we go from here? Alterius? No. Metal X. +3. Sec +1. That's not with the Sec plus Greymon in the back as well. We're going to tap Yuya to gain even more power. And then we're going to see the Metal Greymon X Equity swing. Crimson Blaze, so nothing is going to get played. And then Goodnight Moon as well. Two options, which means nothing else is going to be able to suspend. We're just going to play the Ego X to go searching. We find the Warg. We do find the WarGreymon. But instead we opt for the other search target there. Very nice. What's the play here? We're not even going to raise the Corona. We're going to just Pheromon, Degenerate, gain 2, evolve for 1 into Cressa. Cressa's going to stun it, freeze it once again. I'm not even going to Degenerate a second time here, I see. Unless he's saving it for when he swings with Apollo. After the first check, we are going to see Apollo kill the stack. Protoform gets added to hand. And then only 2 checks? That should have been a 3-check bomb. But you know, we don't question it. We're going to degenerate into Diana, of course. Diana's going to come down for 0. Well, for real cheap because of the degeneration. Apollo gonna blitz 1 check because it's got like no sources in it, and then Chirag doesn't even have a blue tamer on deck, even though oh no, that was last game, was it? We saw him search quite a lot last game. So no Apollomon, but I do think this might be lights out for Luke here. We're gonna see the red training. Do we take the Greymon? Surely we take the... I would have taken the one of there just in case. Then we're just passing another Yuya. I'm passing over 3 thanks to Ko and Sire. We're going to see the 1 check, 2 check, and then Coronamon for game. Thanks for watching everyone, catch you in the next one.